All right.
All right, everybody. Day 4 of the Economy Creators Challenge. Thank you all for being here. I'm so excited about keeping going. This is actually kind of a favorite day just because we get to map stuff out. We get to have some
Mhm.
fun and figure out how stuff is starting to work together, how we can think of ourselves in a different way and take what we've learned in the past and bring it forward into what we're creating. So before we get going on that, what is something that you learned about with your self-image script, your short-term self-image script as you created that and where you started telling yourself new beliefs about how what you do is important, how how you do it is the right way, right? And the difficulty there is in replacing you. Do you believe that about yourself, or do you feel like you need some belief help in getting there? What are we thinking?
I'm believing it.
Anybody? Good, good. Yeah, as an outsider looking in, Ludi, I believe it for you for your that what you do is important
Yeah,
and yeah, and your experiences are very valuable to the people going through it. And I don't think there'll ever be a reason for someone like you not to be needed, you know?
yeah,
I really do. Yeah, absolutely. Good. I'm glad you're there because that's important. That's important.
yeah.
Does anybody else have a thought? Oh, go ahead, Ludi. Did you want to add to that?
Oh, I was gonna say it's taken me a while to get here, but getting here
Ah,
over the last month um has made a big difference for me in my momentum. We'll say that.
what do you
Yeah.
feel was kind of holding you back from believing it before?
I that self-doubt, that
Mm-hmm.
confidence component,
Mm-hmm.
and I did a presentation um on yesterday morning. Yeah, yesterday morning actually. And felt really good, really comfortable. And I got my first consult. So,
Good.
yeah, it was,
Oh,
yeah, it
congratulations.
showed up in my
That's
inbox. I'm like,
that's great. Good for you. That's wonderful. So when you do your work, do you is it online or is it face to face?
I do this, my business will be online.
Mm-hmm.
And right now I'm still doing home health face to face. So
Okay.
I've got a
Yeah.
little bit of both going on, but I do that through an agencies. So they pay me.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Well, what a good bridge for what you're doing.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, so
Yeah.
good. Good for you. Yay,
Thank
I'm so
you.
happy for you.
Makes
That's
me
so
feel
good.
good.
You're like, oh, goodness. Pat your back. Pat yourself on the back.
Yeah.
Good. What are some other people's takeaways about yesterday's exercise? Do you believe it? Do you believe that what you do is important? Are you there? Do you feel like you need to work on that belief? What are you thinking? Hmm. Go ahead, Ryan.
Well, I feel like my belief is strengthened,
Okay.
more specifically as of January 1st.
Why is that?
Well, Donna and John and Larry and those that are in Magnet 30 know that I've taken on the organization challenge. Mary gave me the reins, made me the lead, and I love that because that is my jam. I'm really enjoying being that person that guides the conversation every day and the thinking inquiries and I'm thinking about what I'm doing and I'm thinking, wow, I'm doing it along with myself, like I did along with you, Mary, and I'm just I'm like, this is powerful stuff. I'm doing some really great stuff. And so um I think that one of the things that's dominating is that I'm starting to get better sense in how what I do outs within magnet mind development and outside of magnet mind development is important because I'm helping people in different segments, with my affiliate marketing and also with Mary, your magnet mind development community. I'm helping people gain awareness. Helping people, I'm guiding people, um, and helping them get a sense of self-trust and in their own awareness, and not to um, or force them into anything. And I'm enjoying that feeling of just contribution. And it's really starting to realize to me because I'm dealing with not just people that watch my reviews of products, software, and information products and services and things like that, and buying them, but real life human beings interacting with me inside of our community as a leader. And it's huge for me. This is
Yeah,
pivotal for me.
good. Good for you.
I'm
Woohoo!
honored.
I
I'm
just,
thankful. I'm grateful.
well, you know what's pretty cool is when you get to read something that you've written and you go, dang, that was good.
Well, and it does help when if the guy that's, got a mentor who actually, because I know I know you're noticing what I'm doing, and it's so edifying when I'm getting the hearts from you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so I'm just humbled by it because I really have taken this on with my whole heart. This idea of, however long it lasts, I'm in it to win it. And I say win it, but to be there as the, accountability coach, but also someone coached by you, encouraging my peers, because I see a lot of my peers like Donna and Larry and John and, LA, and those that are right at the same level in the mastery level 5 commenting. And then we have others in our community that are commenting that I also see as peers, but they're not necessarily in our inside inner mastery group elite kind of conversations. And I'm just honored to be able to contribute, and I'm seeing a sense of more of some substance to what I do, not just something esoterical that I'm doing that I think is helping people, and I'm putting it out there and people are getting blessed by it, and I don't see any evidence of it. But um I don't need necessarily the evidence, but it doesn't it gratifying to you, Mary, when you see people actually growing inside of our community and learning inside of you, and you've seen
Why do
me.
you think I do what I do? Yeah, of course.
I
Yeah, that's
mean,
the idea. Help
and
people grow.
practicing this has been really great. And also being uh the accountability coach for the weekly masterminds and the Mind First introduction course, which is also something that I really enjoy. And I also really want to put it out there to the universe and to all of you and anybody else, to invite them to our community because we have so much available, so many different levels in the path to mastery. And even before you even get to that first level, you've got that gratitude gift to go to the foundations and then also maybe apply that to Mind First, and keep on moving up and strengthening yourself. And it's just such a promise. It's such a promise. And you know it's all about choice. People have choices, and and there's so much. I'm seeing so much participation. I'm seeing so much engagement. I'm seeing so much self-awareness and leadership coming up, through the ranks, and consistency. Like all of you here that are on camera, even if you're off camera, you're here. And there's so much consistency with every face that I see right now. This week,
Mm.
and probably next week too, and beyond. I would guarantee that I will, I just met Ludi for the first time this week, and I know that you're going to be back. And so I see how this is benefiting you. And that's, yeah, anyway, I'm just
Good.
so grateful.
Oh, good for you, Ryan. I think that's wonderful. And you are doing a good job for sure. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for doing that. Who else? We've got a couple of co-authors too. Well, we got a few of you co-authors, but what about in terms of the chapter that you'll be writing inside of the book? Do you feel like that is important? That's something that's going on. John, you're nodding your head. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think oh shoot, come on.
No, you're
Can you
on.
hear
You're
me?
good. Yep,
Okay.
you're good.
Yeah, I think it's important. In fact, I actually wrote something in the folder that you shared. Even if it's just a few sentences, I kind of like last night, I don't know, I was just contemplating what should I write, and then there's like some things in my mind that I actually woke up in the middle of the night like saying, that's why I texted you, how can I go put something in the folder because I don't want to forget it, I just want to write it in. But yes, it's important because my message of surviving cancer and being resilient and all that stuff is important because I know people are going through that struggle too, they're afraid, that kind of stuff. And I mean, I wish what everybody was like me, who not afraid and has the will to survive and be resilient. Because yeah, and I'm solid proof that I did survive because I'm here. But yeah, and I'm
I'm here.
grateful too. And my whole life perspective just changed from that. That was having cancer is kind of actually a blessing because it kind of changed my whole perspective in life. To be grateful, to always not take, what do you call that? Not take advantage, but
Take it for granted.
take it for granted. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I live each waking day as being grateful. So
Yeah, I love it.
yeah,
So that is such a good message to share with the world.
yeah.
And I
Thank
think
you.
there needs to be more messages like that because you turn on the news and it's not like that. So I
Oh, I quit.
think that's
I
wonderful.
quit watching the news
I quit
already.
the
I don't
news.
even.
I did too. Yeah.
Not
Yep.
even the newspaper. I don't even read the newspaper.
No, what's a
Yeah.
newspaper? I don't even
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yep. I know. I agree. I take out as much stuff that I don't need in my mind out of my life.
Mhm.
I don't need
I
that in
know.
there. I don't need it swimming around in there. I don't need to even ask what is that? Because my other half
Mhm.
watches the news, and
Oh,
I don't
really?
ask those questions anymore. I'm like, no,
Mm.
it's not. It's never anything that I want to know.
Yeah, yeah. And
So
and I
I
like
don't
how
even
you
ask.
correct us too. I like how you correct us too when we say something negative. No, 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 no. Don't-
No, 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 no,
you
no, no,
correct us. No, no.
no.
That's why we have to
Say it
watch
the
what
right
we
way.
say when we're in front of you. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's because I want you to be able to do that for yourself, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
catch it
good.
for yourself and go, oh, what would Mary say? Like Ryan said, yeah, what would Mary do?
Yeah.
What would Mary think? Yeah, mhm. That's the whole point. Yeah, I like it. Anybody else
Okay.
want to share something that you noticed about yesterday's yesterday's exercise about changing that belief or deepening that belief about what you do, if that's important for you? Is it as important as it needs to be? Do you think that do you believe what you do is important? It's okay if you don't. Go ahead, Alejandra. I don't even call you Alejandra, but I read it.
I changed
Ale.
it. I don't know why. But anyway, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Um, I just wanted to say, like, I think we touch different levels, and I know health is one very such an important thing and like something that makes us feel very vulnerable. I'm not in that side of like the purpose in my life, I guess. But I add to another layer, and the work I do is it has to do with helping businesses, and businesses have to do like our own business is a huge part of our life, our economy, our reality. It's not like the only thing, but if we enjoy it, if we believe in it, so well, that's what I really love about my job because that's what I focus on with every time we're working with a new business, big or small. But like sometimes they are great, but they lack clarity, let's say, or they are great, but they lack that perception of who they really are. And I don't know, for me it's incredibly gratifying. I It's me and my husband, we're a duo, and he's the one who does the creative execution of what we do, the branding and everything, and I'm in the ops side or the communication side of the business. And uh, of course, the selling part of the business, sales. And it it's been about 11 years, uh, more officially a bit less, but at the beginning it was hard. It was really, I couldn't identify myself with that position. I just felt like selling is so difficult and this and that. Suddenly started shifting that with the help of some mentors as well into like serving, into contributing, into like helping people in their journey if they need that in their journey. Maybe they don't need that, so it's okay. They might try other things and they might thrive with other tools. But I understood how important it is, and honestly, when you see a business that is really thriving and you help them get that clarity, that confidence, because I don't remember what else, right? I'm a bit confused already with the meetings, but about confidence and something else we discussed, like it's within us. Yeah, in the previous call, but Patty was talking about how it is inside of us. And when you believe in your brand, in what you do, and like you express yourself as such. And when you are ashamed of your visuals or ashamed of the messaging, you don't have that clarity. You talk like that, so everything changes. And when I see myself as part of the facilitator to get people to that point of confidence in their business life, then I mean everything changes. And the last year was a huge example of that growth. The AI and some other things impacted our business, but then the last 2 quarters, I mean I have been consistent for like over a year and a half, and you didn't see the results at the beginning because business and like solid collaboration doesn't take 2 days. So there are people I'm working with right now that I met a year ago or over a year ago, and it's just huge. And how that consistency, when you want to just quit, you just want to just quit it all, and if you keep it one more day, okay, let's keep more because you believe in what you're doing. And then it happened, and I hope it I know it's going to continue being like that. But yeah, I'm completely impressed in the power of that.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And I think what you do is and this is when I think of you, I also think of the self-image script, and I think of my stylist at the same time. All three kind of work together to bring out the personality of the person behind the business. And that is an extension of the person. And what you do is so important because, and Allie and I are working together. I'm so excited about that with Magnet Mind, and it's so wonderful. And so I thank you for that. And but just having one meeting with you, I know what you do is important because you go to somewhere that I can't see, I can't do on my own, and you peel back the layers, and that's really, really important. And what you do is something that allows someone like me to show myself more authentically because it's not that I was never hiding, but I was never expressing myself fully, right? Just like with my stylist, she brought out the authentic me, right? So when we know what we want in our self-image script and we know what we want on our list of desires, then we can be more authentic and we can seek out people like Allie and seek out people like Katie, my stylist, and help us bring ourselves to the surface even more. So I think what you do is marvelous. So thank you.
Thank you. That's all I need, you know. I don't need everyone to agree with that, you know, like not everyone needs that in their lives at the moment. But if
Mhm.
I can help that, I mean, it does feel amazing for me every time someone is like, oh, I feel like so much clarity now. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very, very happy of how that, like, you know, that branding comes from, that's at least the approach I like. I mean, it's not about sell more and like, it's about really connecting and impacting and attracting this type of people that also feed your soul. So anyway, yeah, I see it like this.
Yeah. Oh, so good. So good. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Does anybody else have any comments that you want to share about yesterday before we move into today's exercise? I'm excited about today's exercise. Can you tell? Okay, let's do today's exercise. So I'm going to share my screen. Ryan, will you please put the the worksheets in the chat? But we're creating our economy. This is a U-shaped economy. This is you. You're the center of it. And that's something that I absolutely love is understanding that we are the center of our own universe. We truly are. Thomas Troward puts it as my mind is a center of divine operation. And Wallace D. Wattles in The Science of Getting Rich says that you are the center of us is spirit seeking expression through us. And when we're creating an economy, we're creating these pieces, these satellites of us that can go out and reach more people in different ways. And so what we're going to do is we're designing the life and the business because we're all interrelated, you know, as especially as entrepreneurs, we are we're we're connected to our business, we're connected to our life. We are the center of it. And all of it has to be balanced in order for it all to be fulfilling. So we're starting to bring everything that we've talked about all week together. It's not a job, it's not just a business, it's not just a title, it's not just an income stream, but it's a combination of so many different things of you. You have lived a life up until this point that's really shaped who you are. And and the negative and the positive, right? John said he's grateful for cancer to show him that he has he has a new lease on life and he has gratitude for every waking day and everything that we've gone through, whether it's divorce, whether it's marriage, whether it's death, whether it's whatever it might be, what we've experienced has shaped us. And so our economy is a unique combination. Mine is different than everybody else's, right? And yours is different than everybody else's because it's a combination of the desires that we have that are from within that we talked about on day one, are gifts that we naturally have. We naturally have certain talents for certain things. We have affinities for certain things. We have interests. We have values. You know, we have all of us have a set of values that we were either conditioned with or we've developed along the way. We have experiences that nobody else has ever had, right? And those experiences combined with our interests and our values and our talents create who we really are. We have a message that we want to share. John talks about being inspired, right? And inspiring others. That's a message that he wants to share, right? Um, we we accumulate wisdom along the way, don't we? We really do. And one of my friends, when I turned 40, I was one of my friends, this was a while ago, but my friend was younger than me, and she's like, "Oh, what is it like to turn 40?" And I go, "You know what? I am so much more wise than I was 20 years ago. Are you kidding me? I don't want to be 20 again." I'm so happy to be 40 because I am so much wiser. So we accumulate this wisdom along the way. And of course, our identity, who we are and who we say we are in our self-image script and in who we aspire to be, that is so important. It all comes together to form this economy for ourselves. So our economy is built from the inside out. Yes, Bob talks about multiple sources of income, and that's definitely a part of it. But we shape what those are. Multiple sources of income could look different. For me, it's I've got a lot of books, I've got workbooks, I've got a membership, I've got thinking into results, I've got starting with a podcast coming up and something that's extending from the podcast. I've got all sorts of different things that that are extensions of me. And just because I don't do the gymnastics thing anymore doesn't mean that it hasn't shaped me, because it certainly has throughout my entire life. And it gave me the discipline. It gave me the drive. It showed me all of these things that I could develop my talents. It showed me how to work through fear. There's so many things that the things that we go through as younger people develop us into who we are as adults. And so we have to start remembering those things and bringing them together. And John, I'm going to talk about you once more about your cancer situation and how you survived it and how that has shaped your message to people, but it's shaped who you are, and it's shaped how you move forward in your life. And even those things that were hard to go through, those probably are the things that shaped us the most. I was divorced when I was 26. That shaped me. And it changed how I saw life. It changed how I saw marriage. It changed how I interacted with people from there on them then on out, and how I valued myself, right? So our ecosystem is how you live, work, earn, create, all of that, right? So we have an ecosystem that we're building, not just an economy, not just multiple sources of income. So one, we have multiple exercises on this day, but first we discover the raw materials, right? What are you good at? What are you talented at? What comes naturally to you? It doesn't even have to be something that you're necessarily absolutely love, but something that comes naturally to you. Something that comes naturally to me is that I can connect the dots. So let's say it's a book. For someone who I was talking to someone earlier today, they're like, I don't know how to put a book together. I go, it doesn't matter. You have me. I can show you how to put the book together. You just have to start writing, right? And I can get from A to Z and list those steps. And that comes naturally to me, that organization, right? But something it might not come naturally to other people. So list your natural talents. List those things out. Um, Another thing that you might be good at, you might be good at public speaking. You might be great at doing things behind the scenes, right? And supporting other people. Maybe you're really good at oh, you could be good at anything. Photography. You could be good at horseback riding. You could be good at um, sharing what people do well. You could be good at identifying what others do well. There are so many things that you are naturally talented at. But use this as an invitation to toot your own horn. What are you good at? What are you naturally good at? And I just want you to know, it might not be something that you absolutely love. It's not like I love organizing, but at the same time, it just comes naturally to me to be able to do a production schedule, for instance, right? So start thinking about that in those lines. Maybe you're a natural teacher, maybe you're a natural leader. And then once you start developing or writing down those talents, identifying those talents, what skills, what learned abilities have you accumulated over the years, right? Um, I learned how to, well, I learned how to be very diplomatic. I was a, I was in, I was in politics. I was a lobbyist, and then I worked with doctors as an exam developer. And so I learned these diplomacy skills that not everybody, well, my husband doesn't have those. Let's just say it that way. So not everybody has those skills. So, I learned how to do that. I learned how to teach. I learned how to explain something from the very basic level all the way up to the difficult. So there are different things that we've learned along the way. I've learned how to write books. I've learned how to typeset. I've learned how to, so it's not about me, it's about you. I'm just rattling. But what you can just go back to those experiences and what did you learn? What did you learn in school? What did you learn out of school? What did you learn from your divorce? What did you learn from that tough relationship? Those are all skills. Okay. And then we get to what lights you up, right? What's your passion? What's your interest? What do you love doing? Um, for me, for a very long time, I loved doing gymnastics, right? I loved teaching it. I loved sharing it. I loved everything about it. I loved giving kids a place to be confident and go out and do things in favor of themselves. And that led me to personal development. And now I love helping people step into to what they love, and I help move them into the direction of their goals. I love watching people step out in faith in themselves, right? And that's something that I love doing. So what do you love? I love writing. I love horses. That's another thing, right? You all know that. So what do you love? What lights you up? And then after that, we move into experiences. So, what career experiences, personal challenges have you overcome? My dad, for instance, when I was 16, he had a liver transplant, and then 9 years later, he had a kidney transplant. My brother was the donor. I had an alcoholic for a brother. He actually died from it. So there are lots of experiences that I have had that have shaped me, right? That brought me through very difficult situations. I was the youngest of 11 kids. That's an experience that not many people have. So there's lots of different things that are unique about you. So what are some things, those experiences that have shaped you? And then we move into the unique value or message that you bring to others. John talks about being inspired and inspiring others. What is the message that only you can really deliver to people? Ludi, you have a wonderful message that you can help bring to those people who are caring for dementia patients. And you have such a great way to be able to support them. That is so important. I think that is so unique, and something that maybe not many people are cut out to do. So you have a unique ability to do that. So what is your unique value or message that you can bring to other people? So that is, um, those are the things that we'll really be talking about. But I'm going to find, I thought I had a mind map in here, but I didn't put it. So I'm gonna get it for you, because the mind map really kind of can help you with a visual to write it down. So let me get that for you. There we go. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to stick it in the chat. Sorry about that, everybody, but here it is now. And then I'll share the screen with that too. But what you're going to do is you're going to put yourself in the center of the mind map, right? And you yourself, and then you could even put, if I put myself in the middle of this, one thing that that I need in my life, and I've identified this because it's been a desire my whole life, is horses. I need to have them in my life. And because the reason why I know that I need them, it's twofold. One, that desire kept popping up ever since I was a kid. But two, now that I'm with them every day, I they center me, they ground me, they bring me back, and they allow me to do this work every single day, right? They allow me to kind of reset when I go out to the barn. It doesn't even matter if it's 15 minutes. I'm reset. I'm with those that energy of the horse, and it brings me into a more centered space, and then I can keep going. And so, where a lot of people feel like they need vacations and they need to go off and recharge that way, I have it every day. And so I feel I don't need to go out of town. I'm fine. I have my recharge um every morning when I go out to the barn, right? So horses is one. So Mary is in the middle and I put a horses right there. And I know my day has to have them. Um Magnet Mind. That's this. I absolutely love sharing this content with people, and I watch help people grow, right? The next thing would be Iris Blue Publishing, my publishing company, and that's for me, but also for other people. I have the co-authored book, I have my books, I have my workbooks, I have all of those things that I publish under Iris Blue. Another one would be my podcast that I'm starting. I'm so excited about that, and that's branching into something more exciting that I can talk about next week. But the podcast is really, really wonderful. Another thing that I have is my family. My family is a part of my life, obviously, right? I have a daughter and a husband, and I absolutely adore them, and I want them to be with me on this journey inside of my economy. That's important. Um, let's see, another thing that what else is in my economy? Oh, I have books, I have all sorts of things. Well, if you break up pieces of Iris Blue Publishing, I have the gymnastics books, and then I have the personal development books, and I have the workbook. So you can break your economy, those pieces of your economy up if you want to. You can do that. So I don't want to skimp over that. Let's see, what else do I love to do, or what else do I have in my economy? I have oh, RV. We bought an RV. I love going to RV parks and camping with my family. It's wonderful. Another piece of it is I eat plant-based. So I'm a plant-based eater, and so health is really, really important to me, and what we eat is really important to me. So that's a part of my economy. Yes, it's part of my life. It's a part of my economy. It's an important piece of it to me. Um, and giving back. I have ways that I give back to the community, and that's a big part of what I do too. And so we have we have all of these components, and you don't have to limit it to this number of circles, but start there, and then you can, like I did with my Iris Blue, you can say, okay, so that's my publishing company, but these are the branches off of that, and those are the different things, right? So for this year, I, well, leading up to this year, I had Iris Blue. I've had that since 2010, right, with my gymnastics books, and then it blossomed more, right? And so one of the things that we have accumulated is pieces of our economy throughout our history of ourselves, right? Throughout our lives, we've accumulated pieces of this economy. So the question is, yes, you want to keep those old plates spinning, those original plates spinning, but what do you want to focus on? And it doesn't have to be something new that you want to focus on. Maybe you want to go back to something that you haven't paid attention to in a while. Maybe it's relationships, maybe it's your health, maybe it's your happiness, maybe it's horses, maybe it's camping, maybe it's writing books, whatever it might be. What is it that in this year that you really want to focus on? And so if you take a bigger focus, so what I did for this year is, well, I want to add a podcast and I want to add a co-authored book and I really want to circulate people inside of my economy. I want to highlight people. I want to spotlight people. I want to show others who's doing what, who's being magnificent, who's living the life that they really want to live and use that as inspiration to other people. So that's what my focus was on this year. And I'm using Iris Blue and Magnet Mind and all these things that I've done as a to do that. And then I've added the podcast and the co-authored book. So I'm just saying those things about my economy to give you examples of things that you can focus on for yourself, how you can add to it and how you can maybe supplement or go back to focusing on, well, I really need, I have the business going, but I'd like to focus on my personal life. I want to focus on my relationships and something like that. So those are some things that you want to think about as you're developing this mind map. Does anybody have any questions or clarity that you'd like around this? Because I can, maybe there are some ideas that how do I thread these together, or how can I expand on this, or whatever. Any questions? I'm happy to answer them. And if you don't feel comfortable here, that's okay. You can send me a message and ask me there. But I'm here to help. So if anybody has any questions, I'm here. Happy to answer them. Comments, questions? Anyone? I've been doing a lot of talking, so sorry. I'm gonna drink some water. Who wants to say something?
You know what? I love this, and this whole map thing, gives us just like gives me because I'm like a visual person, and putting myself in the center, and then having 7 or 8 circles outside of me, and writing in all of these different places, um, gives me a starting place because this is a lot of stuff that we're going over right now for our ecosystem, and and for you, Mary, I've seen it evolve over the last few years quite dramatically. If you would, if I don't mind saying so, and I know Donna has seen this for a while, and John's been around for a little while, and LA's been around, and Ellie's been around for a little while, and Ludy's just getting into this particular um, group and material that we're doing right now. But the mind map, I think, for any of us, because I tend have a tendency when we get into all the deets, I get a little overwhelmed. I don't know if anybody else is feeling the same way. And so thank you for reminding us of the mind map, because that really kind of takes this all this long list of stuff that we have in the workbook and puts it into a 40,000 foot view of what we are wanting to design, right?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's helpful well, it's helpful if you want to write a book too, the mind map. So, but it just helps you take all those things that you listed out in those previous exercises and kind of like, ooh, you know what? I could put that in there. Oh, I want to start a blog. Who knew? Or whatever it is, you might want to start a podcast. You might want to start a YouTube channel. You might want to write just a little PDF, a short book on highlighting things that you teach, to supplement how you teach, just to maybe make a workbook, or maybe make I don't know, maybe you want to give your clients a mind map. I don't know. There's just certain things that this mind map actually helps you just organize your thoughts and bring it all together a little bit more. And it also can show you like, oh, I'm kind of multi-dimensional here. Who knew? Who knew that I had all this stuff going on, right?
Yeah,
Um, Go ahead.
realizing, yeah, it makes you realize how much you really do know, and how much you're capable of, and also um, that there's more to create. There's always going to be more to create, and it helps with our continued growth, because sometimes, at least for me, I don't know, nobody else knows, feels like this from time to time when you get into like a groove and you're like getting comfortable, and you're like, oh, I'm just liking the way things are going. And then, but then you realize, you know what? I'm just kind of, I need to grow. I need to create. I need to create more. I need to, I need to grow some, thinking bigger skills and just being able to have something like a blueprint, like a ecosystem blueprint, or you create your own economy list of all this stuff. It's like a resume on steroids because you're really not just talking about professional activities, you're talking about your whole life.
Hmm. Yeah, and one of the things, I mean, I used to be a lobbyist, and um, that I left that, as you probably well know. But up until earlier in 2025, I was like, why did I do, what purpose did that serve? And then I got to talking to somebody, and he runs a nonprofit that I was like, oh, I want to be a part of that, right? And he is expanding it and he's reaching out to political people, and I was like, oh, well, maybe this is why, I'm not afraid to talk to politicians. I know the system. I can help with that, even though I don't want to be in politics, but I know the system. So I was like, oh, that could be why that I was I was a lobbyist back in the day, because now I know the system and I know I could help them with this, right? So the puzzle pieces might not come together right now, but you can look back and go, "Oh, that's why." And when you're moving forward, like Ryan said, towards creating more, then the puzzle pieces will even come together even more. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool way. So does anybody have something that you're not doing that they're looking forward to start? Anybody? Are you thinking about something that you really want to start? Hmm. Like me, I'm like, ooh, podcast. I'm gonna do that. And I didn't even think that I wanted to do a podcast, but everybody kept telling me to do it. And I was like, I guess that's a sign. So then it turned into something bigger. So I'm excited about that, but I can't say anything more about that right now. Go ahead, Allie.
When are you launching it?
February.
So stay tuned.
Yep, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Is there anything that you want to start, Allie, that you want to focus on more for the year, or are you focusing on what it is that you have?
I feel similar, like what Ryan was sharing about, like sometimes I do love comfort. I love it. I love
Oh,
what
we
I'm
all
doing.
do.
Yeah.
Yay, comfort.
And anything uncomfortable sometimes is like, oh no, I'm not gonna do that. But so I was really comfortable and it was really nice. And I just think we all have like different cycles and periods and so on. And then I understood, okay, like I got really probably recharged, and I have now the power that it takes to take the next step and grow. And maybe later I will have another period of calm. But I feel right now in this, I mean, like, I feel like this year, like some people sometimes choose words to define their years, and I feel like this one is gonna be something like blossom. Um, I have been, planting the seeds and everything, and I just want to like step by step. But but yeah, it's the moment to grow, and I am working on some things, so I cannot say like I want to start because I have already started on those. What I would probably add there is a bit of everything that has to do with the program as well, like the daily meditation. This part I think is very important.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so personal growth and development, and that's a huge part of our economy, of course. Yeah. Yeah, that's another circle, right? There's personal growth and development is definitely in there, because our business and economy can't grow if we don't, because we're the center of it. Yeah. Does anybody want to focus on enhancing something they've already got? Or are you embarking on something new? Donna, you're doing something new. What are you doing? You're muted, that's for sure.
What am I doing? There's a lot of things going
Yeah,
on.
there's a lot of things. Well, you're writing a chapter in a book.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that. There's that. You're selling your house and you're what else are you doing?
Selling my house and I'm learning piano.
Yeah,
And
that is a recent addition to your that's something that you've wanted to do for a long, 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 long time, right?
yeah, yeah. Uh, I'm applying for other jobs to supplement my income because my goal is to get my income to a point that my investments are paying me to live, are paying all my living expenses, and work becomes optional after that. So, I'm
Yeah.
going to use the proceeds from my house to help me with that. And it's exciting because I'm really excited about this travel opportunity. I have a phone, well, it's a Zoom, it's on Teams interview on Monday
Oh, good.
with
Yeah.
someone from there, a consultant from there. Yeah, I passed the first round in the application. So, yay, yeah. So I'm
That's
excited
good.
about that. I picked the first day that they had available for the thing. I have to follow up with the school and see if anything's coming of that.
Hmm. Yeah. Good.
So
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
there's
and
lots of stuff.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And these opportunities started showing up more and more when you were focusing on income producing, right? Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you attracted all of these. That's great. I love it. Yeah.
yeah. They
Woohoo.
just kind of just kept appearing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then they were always there. You just noticed them.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Good. How about you, Ludi?
I was gonna say I'm kind of the opposite. I'm 61. Anyway, and I'm looking at retirement, but my business is what I want to do in retirement. And it sounds crazy. I want to get out of the working for other companies to supplement income to survive. So I'm kind of working on the opposite of
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, when did you start your business?
October.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's
Just in
exciting.
October. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you have your first consult.
I know. Looking
Oh,
forward
it's
to it.
snowballing.
I know. I knew this was going to happen. It was like everything's going to come all at
No,
once. But
that's good.
yeah, no, I'm really pleased with it. And I can it's like I can see it happening now.
Hmm. When you first started in October, did you have a different vision of what you see now? Was it more of a question mark?
See, it didn't officially start in October. I started planning like the details of it. How would I do this? What am I going to do? Blah blah blah. And so once that got pinned down, that's when I was like, okay, I got this. I have a company that's helping me with they my website and all that. So, and that was a big step. So
Hmm.
for me to do that.
Yeah.
And I think that's when things started moving forward.
Hmm. Sounds like that's when you made that committed. You're like, well, I'm committed to it
Mhm.
now.
Yep.
Yep. And the universe responds to committed decisions,
Yeah.
and it loves speed. So keep going. I love it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, does anybody have any other questions about the exercises for today or how your economy can kind of come together? The pieces of it? You feel good? Do you feel like you're balancing your life out? John looks like he's working away on it.
Yeah, he is. He's always working.
Yeah, I'm just messaging people because I'm asking people private messages and yeah, like Ryan, I didn't know he actually wrote everything for the organization challenge. I thought you were the one who told him what to write and he posted it, but no, he's doing
I
everything, which
gave
is
him an
really
outline. Yeah. I gave him an outline and then he just came
yeah,
up with the
what's
post.
awesome. Ah.
Hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good,
Yeah.
Ryan. You're doing a good
Yeah.
job.
I mean, she's always at arm's length if I'm like, okay, I need to bounce something off of you. What do you think about this?
Yeah.
Because in this week, yesterday was day 7, and that was
Mhm.
our monthly mastermind, and I wanted to compliment her. I always want to kind of get people primed and ready for Wednesdays because when Mary always has something really great, and
Mhm.
I think we were both tracking, intuitively. I think we kind of felt that this is where it needed to be, and so and Mary, full disclosure, said, wasn't sure what I was going to talk about on Wednesday, but now I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't always know what I'm going to say. That's why I
Now that
can't have a
we've had
script.
the
Are you kidding?
conversation.
It
Yeah.
would be
So
ridiculous.
we work along with each other. And I know Ludi's like, what is going on? This is all so cool. And yeah, this whole thing right now, Mary, this is awesome because this is stuff that we can implement right now. We can go in action and get this done. We can create our own economy blueprint right here, right
Mhm.
now. And
Yeah,
tomorrow, we're gonna wrap it up, right?
we're wrapping it up. Yep, that's right. We're going to wrap it up. And go ahead, Donna.
I just want to say thank you for this mind map. I forgot about this too. Like Brian, you we got brought back to an old tool we used to use, and I see so many new spokes on it. Like the travel and piano and stuff. And I forgot about the real estate. I have it on my mind map, but I completely forgot to mention real estate. And I attended a Rhode Island call yesterday. It's a Rhode
Oh,
Island Real Estate Investing
uh-huh.
Association. So I joined their group yesterday and attended an AI messaging a class on like how you can use AI.
Oh,
And I was a
cool.
little lost with it because he's getting into like forming agents that can like scrape websites for you and give you a list of like all foreclosure properties
Oh,
to
wow.
target. Yeah, it was
Well,
really
there you go.
interesting.
Yeah, see, yeah, there's lots of stuff that we can learn, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah, it was really great. They meet every 2 weeks. So
Cool. Awesome.
yeah.
See, you're just deepening your knowledge base, and that's good. I love it. Well, everyone, thank you. And if you need any guidance or help, like Ryan said, I'm at arm's length. So just reach out and ask, and I'll help you. And tomorrow we are coming back for day 5, and we're wrapping it up and seeing. I have some exciting things that I want to share with you that I've got in my economy because I keep coming up with stuff. So I just want to help you. So, and it really has everything to do with helping the people in this group and helping the people that I come across and celebrating people who are doing magnificent things like you. So I want to be a part of that and I want to help share you with the world. So we'll talk more about that tomorrow. So have a great one. And yeah, the mind map will help organize your thoughts and organize your economy. So we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, everyone. It's awesome.